2013, and it's Monday. And I'm going to recall the Second District Court, the ones for the housing eviction. There this morning, and now I have to get the answer.
Okay, this is a recording that I did on January the 7th, 2013, and this was done at 4:01 p.m. on a Monday. And the phone number that you're going to hear it in the recording. This is just to expose the serpents that they are. Literally, I am going to expose the serpents that they are, the courts, the district court, the eviction housing. And I'm going to show it to you that in this recording that you could literally see the serpent that represent the court system, how they lie, deceive, and then I'm going to show you who these people are, who the court judge was, and the rest. Soon enough, the ones that are responsible are going to be exposed also. Now let's listen, and then I'll show you the people that are listening, and let's go.
If the judge is consent, giving me more time for the eviction, the documents that I left this morning over there. Okay, the number that I'm calling is 631-854-1121. And like I said, this is the Second District Court on 30 East Hoffman, Hoffman.
Hold on, I'll show you exactly which one that is. It's right over here. I'll show you a picture. This court is full of serpents, liars, deceivers, wicked. Okay, this is the court, exactly where I had the unfortunate experience of going through because of eviction, and I'm still going through domestic violence, and the way that this court system literally protects the abusers and not victims. Now, let me make this clear. I am exposing the housing industry, but this is in defense of all those that are real victims of unjust evictions. This has nothing to do in defense of those that the tenants that are violent, that are alcoholics, that are that destroy apartments, that are criminals, and that are abusive, and that don't pay their the rent and whatever the situations that they destroy the apartments. This is not for them, because they are the ones that really do not have any rights in having a home when they are going to destroy it or self-destructive. And when they are self-destructive, they destroy others. They hurt others, and they're just criminals. They're criminals to themselves, and they're criminals towards others. Now, this is only in defense of all those that are victims, real victims of domestic violence, and that seek help, and the court systems absolutely does nothing to help them. Just the contrary, does everything to destroy a victim. Absolutely everything to destroy a victim. Now, I just wanted to make that clear. Now listen to this recording, and I'm going to show you the serpent that's about to speak on the phone.
Avenue, Lindenhurst, Lindenhurst, New York 11757. That's the zip code. And like I said, the number is 631-85.
Many of you are probably asking yourselves, why do I have all these marks on my faces? I'm going to answer you. I'm going through heavy metal poisoning because of mercury fillings, and also because of the caps that I have inside my teeth that is literally leaking mercury and other metal substance that is literally poisoning me. I was also going through domestic violence. I was under extreme stress, and also my health was, obviously, I was emotionally and physically under extreme stress. And one more thing to explain before I keep on showing, so that I could reveal what you could literally see over here, the serpent. Anyway, the serpent and the so-called ET alien. One more thing. This all has to do with your politicians, the New York City politicians, social services, the court system entirely, lawyers, judges, police officers, the ones also that the officers that work in the court system. The whole system is literally corrupt, and I am going to expose them because I have the means to expose these wicked people. Now, you could literally see over here that there is a serpent already that's showing itself, because this is what I've been having to fight against. And this way, you see it right there? You could see the eyes right here, right over here. It's starting the mouth right over here. Now, you're going to see it more clearly once I make the phone call. And you're going to understand why. Let's go now.
41121. And I'm redialing now. And this morning I spoke with a woman named Paula.
Always from that court.
Second District, can I help you?
Good afternoon. I'm recalling to know what the judge has decided for my show cause.
What's the name?
Lucia Marte.
What is it?
Lucia Marte.
Mart?
Okay, Marta is right now. I'm going through a divorce. I strongly suggest to everyone when to always keep their last name. Don't do as you always have to keep your identity. Unfortunate that over here in the U.S. you take your husband's name, which is wrong, because you must not lose your personal identity. Even though you have family members that are no good, but your birth and last name is always yours. It's not, you do not take your husband's last name. The only way you keep your last name, and then you could call yourself, like my name is Lucia Marte, and then you could say in when you're married in, and then your husband's last name, because that shows that use it together. And your husband, the same thing. He uses his last name, and then he could use as in, and then the wife's last name. So that just connects them, that they are in a relationship, married together. But you do not change your last names because it becomes complicated. And it's hard to get back. Then you have to change all the documents and so forth. But anyway, this is why I say for now. Now, you could see right here, there's a demon. Let me show it to you. because this is the person that's talking to me. It's a demon, because it's a wicked liar. You could literally see it right here. Oh, I hope you have spiritual eyes to see. I'm going to try to make it as clear as possible. Do you see it right there? It has the hair right over here, and you could see it has the eyes. You could see also, this is the face structure. You see right here? You're going to say, this is my hair. No, it's not. There is a spirit here talking right now. And that's in that woman that's talking on the phone. And this is how I expose them. You could see its face right over here more clearly. You see it right here. Now, let's keep going. I explained another thing.
A is your last name?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Last name or whatever. Right now, this is okay. Until everything is settled. The judge's name is Morris. Judge Morris. M-O-R-R-I-S.
And I will show you now who this judge is. Wait, I'll show you his face right now. This is the judge. I was in the courtroom the whole day when I was being evicted from the place that I was living. And I never got even a chance to present my case. He literally had a court officer literally throw me out of the courtroom. I was not able to present my case. I was living in a place that belongs to my abuser, and it's a family member, and he was my abuser, the other family members that are also the ones that killed me, and literally killed me with beating me to death. Anyway, they were the ones that also advised my abuser to sell the house so that I could end up in the streets. Making him think that once he was close by to them, that they would always go and visit, and et cetera, which was an absolute lie. And there was also the Queen's family courts in Jamaica, the lawyers and the judges also that are involved in all this. And soon everything is going to be clear, because I've also exposed them. And the social services that are supposed to help the abusers. Okay, so this is this judge that I never had a chance. I was in a courtroom. I was watching all the cases go by one after another, but I never got a chance to even present my case to this absolute corrupted judge. He was laughing in my face afterwards when they kicked me out of because literally I got kicked out of the courtroom. And let me just read to you here where this speaks. Let me make this screen a little bit bigger. Hold on a second. Let me read here what it says about his biography. And it says, after driving a truck for a union carrier for many years, I attended Suffolk County Community College, Stony, Brook University, and North Carolina State University, where I earned a bachelor's degree in English 1, attended City University of New York Law School. I worked in the office of Suffolk County Attorney, representing the Department of Social Services. Okay, here we go with the social services. So he has a connection. And single parents. in collecting child support, helping to keep single parents and their children from requiring public assistance, where I also spent several years defending court agencies such as police department and the sheriff's department and their personnel from lawsuits by those claiming to be wronged by the county and its personnel. In my law practice, where I maintain an office in Central Islip, I volunteered to be on a list of attorneys and representing the indigent of the county. I have litigated numerous cases in district court, including criminal, landlord, tenants. All right. This was supposed to be about the judge, because it says here Judge David A. Morris. So this is supposed to be his biography, personal statement, and this is where I got it. See, biography of Judge David Morris. So he defends literally. Let me open it up again. He's in defense of. I worked in the office of Suffolk County Attorney representing Department of Social Services. So he represents the social services and single parents in collecting child support and helping to keep single parents and their children from requiring public assistance, where I also spent several years defending county agencies such as police department and he's not defending the single parents, literally many are domestic violence victims. And once again, I'm going to repeat, this has nothing to do with those that are alcoholics, that are drug addicts, that are, self-destructive people that, destroy and also abuse their children. When you have you are in a self-abusing way of life, hopping from one bed to another, and changing partners here and there and so forth, just living in a sinful life. This has nothing to do with you. You are already guilty of your own self-destruction. What I am speaking of are those that are doing the right things, that are trying to make a living and trying to survive through a domestic violence, and unfortunately there is no help. Now let's keep on. Once we got that done, let's go back to the recording and listen what goes on here. Let me just make it a little bit more small. I'll get straight down to so that you could have a close look at it. Okay, here we go again now. Let's continue with the recording. Hold on a second, I'll show you where. Okay, here we go. And I keep doing that. You see what I did with because I'm suffering, like I said, of heavy metal poisoning. So my tooth, my wisdom tooth is being infected by the caps that are leaking metals. And then there's a root canal that literally, the root canal under the caps is, anyway, I didn't want to get into that one. But the root canal that is literally an open channel that literally lets the mercury and the metals into my blood system. So that's a whole nother thing which I am going to also expose the dentist industry and the medical industry and and put an end to that also. But let's continue with this one. Has to do with the housing and social service. And now you could see there's also a spirit right here. I stopped it right over here. You could see there's the eyes and the mouth. Now I'm going to show you where you could literally see the serpent. You listen carefully now. Now you could hear the serpent speak. Listen carefully. You could see. Do you see the serpent? Right over here. I'm going to show it to you up close. Right there. There goes the serpent. Do you see it? This is the serpent. You see the eyes, the nose, and there's the mouth right there. And listen carefully what it's whispering. You could see the serpent right there. Now listen carefully. You notice that. Watch, I'm going to do it again. Okay, now let me show you the pictures that show. This is the judge. I just downloaded this picture now. Now let me show you the serpent that you could clearly see in the photo. Okay, do you see it right here? Watch. This is one. Do you see its eyes right there? I'm showing you just a few snapshots. Here it goes. This is, you could see it clearly right there. And I feel that there's something that's bothering me. And what was bothering me is that I was being lied to the whole day. Okay, so let's continue with the video. I recorded this on my laptop while I was on the phone. I'll let you hear it again. You see? Anyone that has a good, electronic.
Hello?
Yes.
And here goes the serpent.
M-A-R-T-E.
M-A-R-T-E.
Okay, just hasn't signed it yet. You can call back maybe around 4:30 to see if he signed it, okay?
Okay. Who am I speaking with right now? Marian. So he still has to look at it because I called like 45 minutes ago. And he still hasn't looked at it.
Well, he's full today, ma'am.
Excuse me? Oh, he's full today. Okay. All right, so I'll call back in 20 minutes.
They are such liars. The workers in this court building are so wicked and such liars. I was in this court building. I went a few times, and the day that I was supposed to, have my case heard, they were lying. The secretaries were lying. There was one with this red hair, short red hair. She looked like some kind of a pigeon with that red spiky hair, short, and they were all of them were all liars and deceivers. And then also, just to get a lawyer, to help me represent my case, it was literally impossible. I went through every single agency, and the ones that are supposed to help victims, to represent them. Literally, I had the door closed in every single place it closed in my face, every single place that I went. I also went directly to the director anyway, I have everything that proves everything I'm saying, because there's plenty of recordings, and literally had the door slammed in my face. Another thing, there was a lawyer in this court building that he wasn't from this court, but there was other lawyers from that court building that were supposed to help people, and the judges, you see, it's all an inside job over there. Literally, if the judge says do not represent that person, those lawyers do not represent you. Absolutely not. They would they follow they follow the orders of the corrupt system. And then there was a lawyer from the outside of this court building, and literally I asked if he would represent me, and afterwards what time I would pay back. You know what the answer I got from this lawyer? This disgraceful lawyer: "You can't afford me." That was his words. He told me, literally, I can't afford him. I can't afford to pay him, like as if he was, anyway, it was absolutely, I almost threw up when I just literally, excuse my, but I literally almost vomited just hearing those words. Anyway, let's continue with the recording.
Okay, I'm going to record back 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss Marianne.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I do that face because I know she was lying.
My name and whatever. Okay, another 20 minutes. This is the second phone call that I make, and we'll see what happens after. Okay.
And I do have the first and the second phone call recorded.
And it's 4:01.
But I'm just going to let you hear this one, just so that to show you what serpents this whole court system really is, and how a victim of domestic violence, literally, you see, this is the date and everything that I recorded, the phone call. So
2013,
and at this point, I think I don't need to say who I am. I've made that clear enough. I am the Immaculate Jesus Christ, and I am the one that is going to clean up this whole damn corrupt, and I say damn, yes, because it is damned to hell, corrupt court system, starting from the lawyers all the way down to the corrupt law officials that so-called represent the law, and the only thing that they represent actually are the criminals. If a criminal is indicted, you know, as soon as a criminal is indicted, they get literally letters at home from lawyers, the criminal defense lawyers that are willing to represent them, and also in the court system. But when a victim is in desperate need of help and requesting a lawyer, there is no help at all. And believe me, I've been through it all. And this has to do with the New York politicians. And when I start saying, just look at the people that are behind them, okay, and governors, and also the ones that have run for president, and are also both candidates, all of the candidates that ran for president. And this is not only in New York City only, it has to do with the whole state of Washington. And since they know who I am, they made sure that they tried to get me killed in every way possible. But you can't kill life. Absolutely, you can't kill life. And also, you can't kill the hands of justice, because justice will be served no matter how much the damn serpents try to destroy you. Okay, so that's about it, and I'm going to shut this video here, and I'm going to upload it as it is. Peace to all of those that seek justice and that have been victimized by a criminal court system. Just hang in there, and we're almost ready for the victory. And once again, I repeat, this video is not to justify the criminals, the ones that are self-destructive and destroyers of others. This is only for those that live by the commandments. My commandments.